Everyone, welcome to the channel. My name is Sai and this is Chris.
Hello.
And we are on Crusade. This is the next battle in the defense of Achillon, where the Imperial Fists are repelling an invasion by the Infinite Silence, the Necron warband of the Malefract dynasty. So today we're stepping up to incursion-sized battles, 750 points. We've done some requisition point spending to increase our forces. So just a quick recap on the story so far. If you want to pick up from the very beginning, I'll put a link right in the top right hand of the screen right about now, hopefully, if I remember. So if you want to check it out from the beginning. If not, a quick recap. The planets of Achillon is a mining industrial world that has seen a gene stealer cult uprising happen on its surface, which has decimated many of the facilities. Much of the planet's surface now resembles a ruin or war zone. The planet's militia held out as long as they could until the arrival of the Imperial Fists chapter, who descended on the planet, linked up with the planet's defenders to drive the gene stealer cults from the surface of the planet and bring it once more under Imperial control. As the rest of the Imperial Fists pushed on with the Indomitable Crusade, a small detachment was left here under the command of Spruce Arcturus, captain of the Imperial Fists, to help the defenders rebuild and reinforce the planet against any further incursions. And it's just as well they did, for a few short months afterwards, the Necrons arrived with an invasion force beaming down to the planet, looking for the vault of a rival dynasty containing relics and artifacts they are looking to, not steal, acquire, to bolster their fleet and their efforts to take back other planets, other tomb worlds of their dynasty. So the battle we are fighting today is over this communications array. The Necrons have been scanning the planet for signs of an entry point into the weapons vault below its surface, and have so far come up with nothing. The owners of the vault is clearly disguised it or concealed it away from the prying eyes of other Necrons, so it could not be found. So the Necrons have decided to raid this communications array of the Imperials, because there's been a lot of mining and geological surveys going on this world for all the industry and manufacturing. So they figure there might be something lurking in the Imperial records that might point the way to a anomaly in the planet's crust, or maybe some strange artifacts the miners have found that might give them a clue to where to start looking. So the object is to take over this comms facility and raid its databanks for any information that might lead them to the vault. So here we have the forces we are bringing along today. The Necrons of the Infinite Silence have returned with bigger guns. So, starting with my warlord, Overlord Acerak the Undying, back once again with an upgraded weapon this time, after he leveled up in the last game. Next we have Technomancer Onaris, who has joined the Infinite Silence, and with him he has brought his pet project, the Axiom of Annihilation, the Doomsday Arc, which is custom modified to have upgraded flare arrays, but because of the way the rules work, they're only upgraded on one side. So the left-hand side has got an extra strength there, strength 5, but the right-hand side is still the regular strength 4. It's like a science experiment. You've got the control group and you've got the test group, so you can compare the effectiveness. That's how I'm spinning it anyway. So we've got Technomancer Onaris. He has he paid a requisition point to give him a relic, the Voltaic Staff. It's just an improved Staff of Light. And we've, because he's arrived in the roster at the Blooded rank, he has a battle trait upgrade which allows him once per battle to shoot twice. So that will go quite nicely with his upgraded Staff of Light. Troops wise, we have the Necron warriors the Revenants, Phalanx 001, with the Gauss Reaper guns. These guys came along for the first battle. Didn't do that well, didn't really get to shoot, but we're hoping to get some better performance out of them this time. Technomancer and Naris here can use rites of reanimation on them to bring some of them back. And this Kenoptek Cloak also lets them heal the Doomsday Arc as well if that gets damaged. So hopefully that should be a nice durable core for the army. Returning once again, because I love them too much, is the Scorpec Destroyers Reaver Squad. Coming in once again. These guys haven't been blooded quite yet. Didn't do so well in the last game where they tripped over their own legs and failed a very easy charge. So hoping they'll get their blades wet this game. And as ever, the trusty Scarabs. Helpful for swarming the battlefield, taking objectives, getting in people's faces, and generally being annoying. Now we come to the Imperial Fists. Chris, do you want to tell us what we got here?
For sure. Being led as always by the faithful Imperial Fists captain Spruce Arturisk, who is basically like a walking dreadnought at this point in his career. Beside him is Primaris Lieutenant Nevo Mararnius. And then directly beside him is the unit of 10 Primaris Intercessors. They are the Terran Forge. So they're all equipped with auto bolt rifles, and although the Sergeant Garamus is modeled as having a power fist, it's purely aesthetical at this point. In behind him, a couple new units making their way. So in Imperial Fists fashions, we've got a couple units of Gravis armor troops. So first we have the Unyielding Fists of Vengeance making their debut in our fourth battle.
Good name.
They are aggressor squad armed with auto bolt storm gauntlets and the frag storm grenade launchers. Their sergeant was just given a hefty weapons upgrade as they made their way into the roster and attained blooded rank. So he's now getting a +1 to hit on his fists, both in the ranged and melee capacity, as well as a further 1 to the armor penetration. So that should definitely be a little bit helpful. And then beside them are the dreaded Melta Brothers, also making their debut. There's a lot of hype and a lot of discourse and insult about the Eradicators in general, so I thought I would give them one shot and see how they go. If they are super cheesy, then maybe they won't make an appearance every time, because...
Well, at least it's not a squad of 6, so...
Yeah, to be fair, there is another 3.
I think 3 is reasonable for now.
So these guys were just given a point increase recently, as well as a power level increase. So I accommodated the roster to increase the points there, just to be totally fair. They're all armed with Melter rifles, so just the standard Melter rifles there, and then of course the Gravis armor. And then lastly, and beside them is so far I think still my favorite unit in the army, Brother Gavinus and Adamus. They are the Invader ATV. That one is worth the Master-worked Melta gun, so we rolled weapon enhancements for that initially and gave it a +1 damage, and then further to that, upgraded to 6s are causing extra hits. So exploding hits on a Melta weapon is certainly terrifying. This is kind of a one-trick pony, so we'll see how he does today.
Yeah, between all the Melters you've got here and their upgrades, I'm slightly afraid for my Doomsday Arc now, but hopefully Quantum Shielding will pull me through. So let's get on to deployments. So remembering to pick our agendas before the battle begins this time. We are on it.
We're on it.
Right,
Not
so
the least bit rusty.
What have you picked, Chris, for your agendas? We got 2 now because we're on incursion sized.
Well, if you've been following our previous videos, I think everybody will know what I'm going to gravitate towards as the first agenda. So 4th time running, Survivor, which is going to be on Spruce Arturisk. He's a beefcake, so this is a kind of a shoe-in agenda for him to constantly be striving for.
Yeah. And
it's also further encouragement for Simon to try and waste his firepower on him. And then I'm also going to go with Reaper this time, which is going to give me 2 XP for... the highest combat tally. So I think this is a nice general one to pick because it doesn't really require that you kind of tie up your strategy to make sure that you're scoring your agenda. So that's what I'm taking this time around.
Yeah, absolutely. Reaper is a good one. That's the one of the ones I'm taking as well. That's the one I have taken for the past 2 battles, I think. because yeah, as Chris says, it's nice and easy. It's just whichever of your units has the highest tally, they get experience points. So as long as you kill something, then you can't fail to achieve that one. So that one's good. So the other one I'm going to take is what was it? Oh yeah, Sentinel. So this is 4 experience if a unit you select is in range of an objective marker you select at the end of the battle. And so for that, I'm going to pick my Doomsday Arc. That is probably the one that has the highest chance of sticking around for the entire battle. So I'm planning to park it on an objective and not move, basically. So yeah, its job will be to defend whatever objective I pick and stay there until the end of the battle, or move back onto it. But yeah. So the mission we're playing today is Supply Cache. We're deploying across the long edges of the battlefield, marked out by the dice here, and it's a fairly straightforward one. There's 4 objectives, and you score points for controlling one or more, controlling the one in your opponent's deployment zone, and controlling more than your opponent does. So nice and simple. We're fighting over the objectives for control of this comms facility, and whoever controls it will reap its spoils or deny them to the Necrons. So here is the battlefield after deployment. The objectives have been placed. 1 and 3 here firmly within the reach of the Imperial Fists, and 2 and 4 here over the other areas of the battlefield. The Imperial Fists are concentrated very much on the left flank here. Those 3 objectives are all on the left, so I think that's where they seem to be concentrating their forces. And the Necrons have sort of taken a more central deployment here. The Doomsday Arc getting the best field of fire it can from this position. Some nice open firing lanes there. Technomancer next to it, ready to repair it if needs be. The Warriors and Scarabs here behind this big tower, taking some cover on round 1 to hopefully avoid the Alpha Strike and being ready to move out. So now we need to roll off for first turn. So I have my dice, and Chris, you got yours. Chuck it in the centre of the table here.
All right.
So we have...
I got a 1.
Well, I got a 2, so beat you, but only by a little bit. Let's hope I get better dice during the game. End of the Necrons movement phase, and the Warriors have pushed up the centre. We advanced them. We got a good roll of a 5 on the advance roll, so adding to that, the protocol of the Sudden Storm adds an inch, and the Overlord Asarak's Relentless March aura gets them up to a 12-inch move. So yeah, they've managed to sprint out of the gate. It's kind of like those horror films with the fast zombies. They start off shuffling, and then as soon as they scent blood, they start in this kind of
the momentum builds.
creepy, shambling run, going faster than you think. So we've got into range with a few of the Gauss Reapers there, so hopefully I've stripped some wounds off the ATV in this squad here. Overlord Asarak advanced behind them. He can't really do anything this round because of the advance, but he's just staying within 3 inches for the lookouts cover. And Technomancer Anaris soared forward on his Canoptech cloak, 10 inches, come to the back of the Necron Warrior squad there. If they survive into next turn, he can bring them back with his Rites of Reanimation ability. Also, his Voltaic Staff is going to hopefully do some work here. And the Doomsday Arc has remained stationary, looking to eye up some targets on this side of the battlefield. Scarabs have leapt over and have all taken cover behind this piece of construction equipment. So line of sight being what it is, most of them should be hidden from the Space Marines' fire, and hopefully they can get up and charge next turn. So we're going to go on to some shooting. I'm going to kick off with the Necron Warriors. They got +1 to hit because of My Will Be Done, but -1 to hit because they advanced and are firing assault weapons. So let's get some dice. Okay, opening up the shooting phase with the Warriors. Because the way of line of sight works here with this crate sticking out, I decided to split fire, so 5 of them are going to shoot acrossways into the intercessors here, and 4 of them are going to go into the ATV. The guy at the back is just out of range. So spent a couple of CP on stratagems, Relentless Onslaught and Disintegration to capacitors. Any hit rolls of 6 will generate an additional hit, and they will automatically wound. So trying to go for a big alpha strike here, clear away as much of this yellow as I can, and yeah, hopefully these will help me do it. In response, Chris has played Transhuman Physiology. There's the superhuman physique of the Astartes means that I can only wound them on 4s now instead of 3s. So, rolling for the first batch, targeting the intercessors. They're assault 2, so 5 of them, 10 dice, hitting on 3s. Okay, so we've got a pretty decent roll there. We got 4 6s, only dropped 2 shots. So, yeah, the 4 6s are going to be auto wounds, and they will generate 4 additional hits. So we've already put the dice aside for the 4 auto wounds, and these 4 are going to go back in the pot for the additional hits. So rolling now to wound. Because of transhuman, we're only wounding on 4s. Transhuman saving a couple of wounds there. We've got 3 through, and the 4 auto wounds. So there is 7 saves to make at 5 up. Please, Chris.
All right. Let's see how we do. They're not used to being penetrated like this.
Lol.
So there's 2, 3, so 4 failed saves.
4 failed saves. Any command point rerolls there?
No command point rerolls. I'm okay to lose 2 guys.
Okay. Yeah, so 4 wounds, 2 intercessors, as the Gauss beams from the Reapers flicker out and melt away the power armor of the Astartes. And now 8 dice for the 4 warriors that are firing at the ATV.
Am I able to
hitting on 3s. Toughness 5 on the ATV, strength 5, so we are wounding on 4s. Well, we got 3 wounds through. That's half. That's pretty statistically average. So we got 3 wounds through plus the 2 auto wounds. So that's 5 saves to make at 5 up.
5 up. So make 2. Oops,
ooh,
that was
2.
That was not a 6. Make 2 and fail 3.
2 Imperial Fist logos there, so not bad. But yeah, 3 wounds get through. Starts off at 8, I believe.
Yeah.
So down to 5 wounds left. Technomancer Onaris levels his Voltaic staff against the ATV, and bright white fire shoots forth from the tip into its armor, hitting on 3s. That's 3 hits. And it's strength 6. No unmodified 6s for extra hits, unfortunately. And it's strength 6 versus toughness 5, so wounding on 3s. That is 1 wound. And that is cocked as you like. So that is 2 wounds. AP -2. And this is going to be 2 damage.
Alright, so looking for 5 ups again. We'll get 1. I think I will command reroll this one just to see if we can save that one too. Oh, and we can.
Oh, boom.
Worth the
2
points.
6s. The master-crafted armor of the Space Marines turns aside the Eldritch Necron weaponry, and he remains on 5 wounds. However, might use his battle trait ability once per battle to shoot again. See if we can get these last few wounds off.
Gotta take it down.
It's going to be a real problem for me. I'd like to remove at least 1 major threat off your side in the first turn if I can. So using his battle trait ability to shoot once per battle, gets to shoot again. So hitting on 3s. 6s do additional hits. Hooray, got 1 6, so that inflicts 2 additional hits. Okay, so we've got 6 hits through there from 4 shots, which isn't bad. So wounding on 3s because it's strength 6 versus toughness 5, and we have 3 wounds there. So 3 saves, Mr. Chris, at -2.
All right.
3 5-ups.
Need a couple more.
So ideally, I need you to fail all of these so it dies.
Oh, I make 1.
1 save.
Brother Adamus and Gavinus are a bit dazed, and they're about to explode, but not quite yet.
Yeah, the ATV is wreathed in a glowing ball of Gauss and Tesla as the Necrons pour all their firepower into it. But just about on 1 wound left, he holds firm and is ready to drive forward and put some hurt into the Necrons before he falls. So that's all the shooting from this side. So only thing left to fire is the Doomsday Arc on the other side. And we're going to try and pick up some gravis here if we can. So trying to remove some threats to the Doomsday Arc here. The Doomsday Cannon is going to go into the Eradicators over here, sighting through the rocks. And the Flare Arrays, both the upgraded and non-upgraded version, are going to go into the Aggressors on the front line. So we'll do the Big Cannon of Doom first, why not? So D6 shots. Ooh, 4, 6. Now this is strength 10, I believe, and your toughness 5, right?
Correct.
So we are wounding on 2s. Everything wounds. And so this is AP minus
no save.
4. Well, we'll double check this. Hang on. Yeah, so on high power, having stayed stationary at strength 10, AP minus 5, D6 damage.
Nothing saving against that.
So we have, AP minus 5 cuts straight through the armor, and it's, D6 damage for each shot. So we'll just roll our 6 dice here. So first one, 1 damage, 3 wounds each.
Yeah.
Second shot, another 1 damage. Here's the swingy Doomsday Arc at its finest. And the third one is going to be minimum 1 damage, so that will kill 1. So it took 3 wounds through to kill 1, so hoping these remaining 3 dice do some work for me. Next one is 5 damage, so that will kill...
Is that not cocked?
Let's do the test. Can we slide the dice off? Yes, we can. So we'll re-roll this. That is 4.
Yes!
So that'll still kill 1. And then the remaining 2, 1 damage. God damn it. That is 4 1s we rolled for the damage. And then finally it's a 6. So that removes the last last unit. So
quick and brief debut.
Well, yeah, it's when you're leveling melter rifles, you are target number 1. And then now we're going to roll for the flayers into the aggressors here. Okay, rolling the flare arrays against the aggressors. Chris used the stratagem. What was it?
Unyielding in the face of the foe.
Unyielding in the face of the foe. So this gives them a +1 armor save.
Against damage characteristics 1 attacks.
Yes, so which the players are. So they are AP -1, so effectively they are now AP 0. So they got their full 3+ save. So rolling for the upgraded flayers. 5 shots. Hitting on 3s. Nope and nope. And they are strength 5, so these will be wounding on 3s.
They're toughness 5.
Oh, they're toughness 5. They're wounding on 4s, so it doesn't matter anyway, because rolling a lot of 1s today. So 1 wound, 1 3-up save.
Oh!
Boom! With the 6. Okay, so the upgraded flayers did nothing. Now we're rolling for the non-upgraded ones, which are just strength 4. So that is 3 hits, and these will be wounding on 5s because they're strength 4 versus toughness 5. Nothing, no wounds. So the aggressors weather the storm of Gauss fire, barely even flinching as they begin to walk forwards towards the Necron lines. Okay, that's the end of Necron's turn 1. Moderately successful here, removing a couple of intercessors and getting the ATV down to 1 wound left. Still hanging in there, even with the double shooting. Good results over this side from the Doomsday Cannon. Absolutely vaporized the Eradicators hiding behind the rocks there. Nothing left of them but ash. So now we move on to Space Marines, turn 1. So the Sons of Dawn charge out of their deployment zone. The aggressors getting a 6-inch advance to storm forward into the center ground, able to line up shots here on pretty much anything. Spruce Arcturus follows them with a 5-inch advance, staying at their heels to grant them the rerolls. The Intercessors move round to take point on the objective. And the Invader ATV does a quick handbrake turn and rips round the back of the comms tower to gain some much needed cover against the Gauss fire, and perhaps looking to point his multi-melter at the big floating Necron vehicle in the back lines here. The other squad of Intercessors just moved up to hold on to Objective 3. There's a thin wall of yellow here standing against the Necron hordes, but perhaps the hordes won't be there much longer. Going on to some shooting.
Doomsday Arc.
Okay, so ATV bolt rifles into the Doomsday Arc.
So we're hitting on 3 ups, so this and this fail. We got 1 exploding bolter hit here.
Nice. Yes, 5 to wound.
Alright, so this is from the assault weapon. And one little bolter manages to somehow ricochet inside of the framework of the Doomsday Arc. So
Okay.
see if it hits something critical.
AP0?
AP0.
AP0, 3 up. Yes, it's 5. So it's fine.
Okay, now the Melta. 3 ups. Ooh, it's an extra hit from the recently doubly upgraded.
Yes, that's right. It's got
Melta.
got the exploding hits on 6s for the multi-melter as well. That is big.
And now I'm needing 4 ups to wound him, correct?
Yes, if it's strength 8 or something, but it's got quantum shielding, so
8, yeah.
I'm going to use a command point for quantum deflection. So this will boost my 5-up invulnerable save to a 4-up invulnerable save.
Ooh. Alright, so I'm looking for some 4 ups here.
Force to wound.
Managed to get 1 of them in there.
Woof.
And I think that I need to use a command point to reroll one of these guys.
Okay. Command point reroll for the wound roll.
Oh, and it
it's a
doesn't work
3.
out.
Okay, so I've got 1 wound to save. It's AP minus a lot, probably, but I now have a 4-up invulnerable save because of quantum deflection, which we fail. So,
Right.
do I want a command point reroll that? I've got 4 left. Yeah, this is going to be the most damaging thing that hits me, so if I were going to save one. So I'm going to use a command point to reroll this. Hoping for a 4-up. We say it's cocked. We're going to call that a 2. Okay. Well, it's a 1. So that was a waste
Dice speak.
waste of a command point. So you don't get extra damage, right? Because you're not half range.
Just the +1 for it being masterworked, but not extra damage. So D6 +1.
D6 plus 1.
So 2 damage.
Oh, that was a lucky roll for me. So the white hot beam of the melter shoots out, melts one of the stabilizing fins off the Doomsday Arc, but no significant damage caused.
The Bolt Storm Gauntlets. Actually, I need to roll. And 1 fails. So got 5 going through.
These are all shooting at the Doomsday Arc, correct?
Correct.
Yeah.
No, so looking for 5s. And re-rolling 1s, which there are none of, but that's still 3 connects from the aggressor sergeant.
Okay.
That would be at -1 AP because of the upgrade, but not anything from the Devastator from the assault doctrine right now. So
Okay, so it's 4 ups. No, so that's 3 more wounds stripped off the Doomsday Arc. Is now down to 9.
2 fellas.
So this is the remaining 2 aggressors. They're hitting on 4s because they advanced. Rerolling 1s.
And we're looking for 5s, re-rolling 1s. 4.
4. And these are AP0. Right?
AP0.
Yeah, so this is just a basic armor save of 3 up. And yeah, only fail 1. So that's good. So we drop this to 8 wounds. This might be bracketed now. I'll check.
Grenade grenades first. So 4.
4 shots for the size of grenades.
Hitting on 3s. So there's 3 connects, and these will also be wounding on 5s or higher. And re-rolling the 1. So there's 1 more wound there from the sergeant's grenades.
That's a 2, so that goes through.
Now we'll roll d6 for the 2 other fellas and their grenades. So we've got 7 shots coming out from those. Looking for 3 ups. And re-rolling 1s.
4 ups, isn't it, because of advancing?
Oh yeah, that's right.
Actually, are they grenade type weapons?
They're assault weapons.
Oh, they're assault weapons. Okay. So
Let's re-roll this guy. So that will hit. Looking for 5s, re-rolling 1s.
2 3 ups on the Doomsday Ark, and we drop another one. So yeah, down to 6 wounds. So a concussive storm of bolt rounds and grenades rains into the Doomsday Ark, tilting it on its axis as it reels from the shots. The individual shots don't do much damage, but together they are a maelstrom of fire and explosions, and the Doomsday Ark is reduced down to 6 wounds left.
Doing another hefty roll here of auto bolt rifle shots from that small 5-man unit. Looking for 4s, but I got some re-rolls on the 1s.
That's a lot, yeah.
Coming out, we're looking for 5s. And re-rolling 1s still, because we love our re-rolls. So what we've got here then, 7 more.
7 more wounds on the Doomsday Ark. So yeah, with some bad rolling, this could bring it down. I have our 7 dice here. And looking for AP 0?
AP 0.
3 ups. So we fail 1, 2, but everything else is saved by the living metal of the Doomsday Ark. So we're down to 4 wounds, but it is not out. It is smoking, it is leaning to one side, but the Doomsday Ark is still operational.
So from this moment, the Captain Spruce Arcturus slams his shield down into the ground and shouts some orders as the master of the keep, and we will elicit another round of shooting by activating the rapid fire stratagem, courtesy of his masters of the keep ability.
Excellent.
So I'll see if the Doomsday round can survive another volley.
Round again with rapid fire. 15 shots, hitting on 4s, re-rolling 1s.
Looking for 5s.
5 3-up saves. So yeah, again, if I roll badly, this could bring the Doomsday Ark down.
Ooh.
Well, that is 2 bad rolls, so it is down to 2 wounds left.
Damn.
Hanging in there, barely. Yes. Hanging on in there, much like the ATV. So the only thing left to shoot is the 3 remaining intercessors on this side.
They're just going to shoot into the warriors.
Into the warriors.
So we've got 9 shots coming out here. They're not within the reroll of the captain anymore. However, in the last battle, they achieved the blooded rank and have the reroll 1s inherently built in. So let's see how this goes. And they are hitting on 3s because there is no advancing. And it's strength 4 on toughness 4.
Yes.
So we're looking for 3 ups. Sorry? 4 ups. 4 ups.
4 ups if it's, yeah, strength 4, toughness 4.
4 connected there.
4.
No armor penetration.
Okay, so just base save of 4 up for the Necron warriors. And that is, whoops, so we drop 2 there. So 2 drop to the ground. But let's see if their reanimation protocols can get them back up on a 5. So 1 falls down into the dirt and then almost immediately picks himself back up and continues to shamble forward. So the assault intercessors, looking at the rising Necron tide, realizing that they might not be able to defend this point for much longer, take the fight to the enemy and charge the Necron warriors. We roll a 9 on the charge roll, so they are definitely in. Space Marines charge in with their shock assault and vow to go down fighting
with their
like true
knives.
Heroes of the chapter.
Looking for 3s and rerolling 1s. Everything else connects. No exploding fists.
No, sadly.
We're only strength 4 here, so 4s
Fours
and
to
4s.
wound.
4s to wound. Not too bad. There's 5 dirty punches that have gotten through.
So, no AP with the just basic.
No AP.
Okay, so we are going to be just a base save of 4 up. That is mostly cocked. So 3 of them save, 2 are torn down by the Imperial Fists. So we're just going to make 2 reanimation protocol rolls here to see if the punches stick. And that is...
Let's see how much cocked that one.
Yeah, we can... Oh, we can re-roll ones for reanimation because they're warriors. So... I mean, we're re-rolling that one because it's cocked. I rolled a 1. They can re-roll the ones because they are warriors, and that's a 4, so it doesn't pass anyway. So 2 are torn down. So the Imperial Fists open fire, charge in, and swing at the Necron warriors with their combat knives, bringing 1 down to shooting and another 2 down as they enter the melee. The Necron warriors fight back, piling in so that all 7 of them can get into combat range, and we've also spent 1 CP for blood rights. Being Novok, we can add 1+1 attack to any Novok unit. So we've got 14 attacks here. They've still got My Will Be Done on them, so they will be hitting on 2s. So rolled a few 1s there, but still got a decent amount of hits through. Now we are wounding on 4s. So only 2 wounds through there. Lots of 2s and 3s and 1s in that roll, so not as effective as I'd hoped, but we do get -1 AP if we are charged because we are Novok. So you have 2 4-up saves to make.
Alright.
This might bring an intercessor down.
Oh, it brings an intercessor down.
1 is torn down. The Necron's eyes glow as blood hits their carapace. Yeah, oh, time to go. Okay, Necron's turn 2. Start the second battle round, so the next protocol is active, which is Protocol of the Vengeful Stars. Picked this one to up my shooting, but in hindsight, I think the Hungry Void would be better here, but that's what you get for planning your strategy in advance. No plan survives contact with the battlefield. So Technomancer Anaris has jumped back here on his Canoptech cloak to repair D3 wounds on the Doomsday Arc at the end of the movement phase. So we put an extra 2 wounds back on, so which brings it up to 5 wounds, which should be on its second bracket. Although we do have a stratagem that can give us our top bracket back for a turn. The Scorpec Destroyers have come in from strategic reserves on the edge of the battlefield here, more than 9 inches away. The Lieutenant is looking like a tasty target there, possibly the aggressors as well if we get a good charge roll. The Warriors have stayed locked up in combat, receiving My Will Be Done again from Asarak. He's moved forward 6 inches, and we've just got enough room there to squeeze in by the crate. This squad of intercessors are not going to be on the table for much longer, fingers crossed. We've also got the Scarabs in the back there, sweeping across. They can make a charge to help get them some extra movement as well. So, yeah, consolidating this flank, whereas the Anvil of Yellow is still there. We're hoping to remove a few more of these with some shooting, which will kick off now. Let's go with the Doomsday Arc. So start the shooting phase, we're going to use Stellar Alignment Protocol on the Doomsday Arc. So this means when you select the Necron vehicle to shoot, it has a wounds characteristic of 10 or more. Until the start of your next command phase, you are considered to have 4 wounds remaining for determining its profile. So it's going to shoot on full ballistic skill. So yeah, it's 5 wounds remaining. It's not going to hold it back from sweeping its Doomsday cannon across these aggressors here. So rolling for number of shots, D6. We got 6 last time, so 4, pretty respectable. I'll take that.
Simon, I will use Transhuman Physiology again.
Transhuman going on the aggressors.
On the aggressors, just so it's a little bit harder to
wounding on 4s.
Take them down.
Okay, so we got 4 shots, and these will hit on 3s. We drop, drop 1 there. But 3 go through, because Transhuman will be wounding on 4s. Only 1. No armor save. So D6 damage.
Ooh.
For 2. That won't kill 1. Do I want a command point reroll that? Could mean the difference between 1 aggressor off the field.
Or 1 less wound.
Yeah, I could re-roll into a 1 or a 2, but sod it. Let's try and get one aggressor off the field. Re-rolling. Oh, it's a 1! Why do I do these things? Okay, so after the Doomsday Cannon absolutely whiffed, causing only 1 point of damage on the aggressors, the Flayers kicked out their Gauss streams and removed the last 2 wounds from that aggressor there. Overlord Acerak looked over his right shoulder, leveled his tachyon arrow gauntlet at the aggressors, but their transhuman physiology just shrugged it off, did not wound. The one-shot wonder once again fails to do anything. Lastly, we had Technomancer Anaris here with his Voltaic staff. Assault 4 went in, and after all the saves were made, it was 2 wounds at 2 damage each, which killed another aggressor. So just 1 lone sergeant remains there. We've got no shooting to do on this side because everything is locked up in combat. So we're going to move on to the charge phase, where Acerak is going to look to make probably a 1-inch charge there, and the destroyers with the Novok trait are going to need an 8-inch charge to make it into the lieutenant. Yeah, I think that's a 2-inch charge, and he gets +1 anyway, and he rolls a 6, so he is definitely in.
In like Flynn.
We're going to move him right up to the barricade there, where we pre-measured, and he is just about within 1 inch. Really need to work on my positioning with the warriors. And now we are going to roll the 8-inch charge with the destroyers. I've got 1 command point left if I want to re-roll it. So 8 inches. It's a 3. That's not ideal.
Maybe this guy should be facing his target.
Yeah, that's probably what does it. Now I could
spend my last command point, or spend it. Sorry.
Yeah, yeah. As tempting as it is, I'm gonna have to save that command point because I don't get any more until I'm gonna have to survive your entire turn on 1 command point, and I'm probably gonna need that for quantum deflection on the Doomsday Arc. So we're gonna leave them there. They are hanging out a bit in the wind, but hopefully the toughness 5 will keep them safe. Maybe we'll deploy the Whirling Onslaught stratagem. We'll see. So no charges there, but Overlord Acerak is in, and we can charge the Scarabs as well. We forgot about them. They get a 4, which is enough. No particularly high rolls this turn, unfortunately. So fighting with Overlord Acerak first. He has 4 attacks and he hits on 2s, and 6s do mortal wounds. That one is cocked. So 1 miss, all the rest hits, no additional mortal wounds. So strength 7 versus toughness 4, so 3 is to wound.
Oh my god! Fuck.
Terrible! So Overlord Acerak swings in with his hyperphase glaive with a big overhand strike. The edge of it gets caught on the container crate as he swings through, and it sticks there. Looking confused, he tugs it free, but he's already missed his chance to wound the Space Marine.
Acerak the Undying is like that kid who brags and then tries to show off and just whips.
Yeah, his ego is definitely bigger than his ability at the moment. He's going to have to really do something the rest of this battle to to earn his title, that's for sure. Jeez. Okay, so we're going to go on to the Scarabs. Yep, so the Scarabs swarmed in from behind, so focused on the warriors and the Overlord coming from the front, they did not notice until their power packs and armour were swarming with tiny metallic insects. They got through a few wounds and managed to drag 1 down, causing 3 wounds, so leaving the last guy, the sergeant, standing for the last on 1 wound left. Now he gets to fight, and then the warriors will do their attacks. So go ahead, sir.
He's got 4 attacks because he was charged.
He was charged.
So he's looking for 3s, and now we're.
Who are we attacking, by the way?
Oh, the warriors.
Warriors again. Yeah.
And those all connect. So warriors have got 3
unmodified.
Well, we're in battle round 2 now, right?
Yeah. So
these are AP 1. No, that's not until 3rd round.
Yeah, that'll be it.
Uncontested.
Okay, 4 ups. Nope and nope, and that one is cocked. That one is also kind of cocked, but
Just take it.
yeah, we'll take that 5. So yeah, 2 go down, and so now we have reanimation to roll, re-rolling 1s because they're warriors, and 2 2s. So 2 of them do indeed fall to the sergeant as he makes his last few attacks. Yeah, I'll take this.
Potentially his last few attacks.
Better be his last attacks. If he's still standing after this is going to be bad showing. So we're just going to do a little pile in. So into the warriors fight phase, mindful of keeping Acererak covered with lookouts. So we've got 4 of them in fighting. We got 2 wounds through, and saved 1, and we dropped 1. So Chris is spending his last command point on a reroll. Needs a 3-up to save the sergeant. And he makes it with a 6. Imperial Fists Sergeant of the Terran Forge stands firm. Okay, shooting turn. So the ATV pulled forward and rained all its fire into the destroyers. The bolters did nothing, but the multi-melter took out 2. No reanimation here, as they're just melted to slag. Over here, the bolt storm gauntlets and the grenade launchers fired into the Doomsday Ark, stripping another couple of wounds off, and now the Neo-Volkite pistol from the lieutenant slams into the side, does an additional mortal wound on the wound roll of a 6. It's down to 2. That's 2 damage. So I have a 3-up save to make. No command point reroll, or the Doomsday Ark goes bye-bye. It's a 4. He's still good. Okay, so intercessors into the Doomsday Ark. All the shots, many 6s.
1, 2.
This could do it.
So these need to wound on 5s, but we're rolling 1s. We've still got 9 saves to make for the Doomsday Ark.
Oh my goodness, 9 saves.
It's on AP 1 for the...
And we've got 2 wounds left. I don't feel particularly good about this.
Well, the dice gods are fickle today.
Yeah, they are, and they've not been on my side so far, but, you know, you never know. Okay, so we've got 9 4-up saves to make to, well, we need a good chunk of these to save it. So that's 2 failed, or 3, 4 fails. We can reroll that cocked dice, but yeah. So 4 wounds go through, last 2 wounds off it. The Doomsday Ark is down. The question is,
does she explode?
Does the Ark explode? On a 6.
Nope.
I can't even see what that is.
It's a 1.
It's a 1. It does not explode. So under the unrelenting bolter fire of the Imperial Fists, little holes appear in the framework of the Doomsday Ark. Seemingly nothing at first, but they all add up. The structure is weakened and the main spine collapses, and it folds around its Doomsday cannon with a small implosion as its power cells break apart and is functional no longer. A flash of light and it phases back to the tomb ship. And last bit shooting, this hero sergeant over here with his pistol, aiming to cap.
Oh, he misses.
Oh no.
Too much melee happening for his taste.
Yeah, the press of metallic bodies around him means he can't draw a bead with his pistol. But he's still hanging on there. So now we're into the charge phase. Any charges going on over here?
Yeah, there's lots of charges.
So because of the crater, we've got an extra 2 inches on the charge here for the aggressor and the lieutenant to make it into the cryptek. So what are they looking for? A 9 on the aggressor?
8 on the aggressor and a 9 on the captain. So aggressor first. Oh, he's got
7.
a 7, not quite. And then the lieutenant needs a 9.
It's an 8. So lieutenant failed the charge by 1 inch, so we're spending a command point to re-roll this, needing a 9.
And
it's another 8, but with different dice. Take the mark so Naris is safe for now, and then we've got the other charge going on here. After shooting him in the back with a pistol, Spruce Arcturus is looking to run down his mortal enemy, Overlord Acererak here, and we get to 10. So that is definitely in. And we're going to have a battle of the warlords once again. So the warlords once again square up to each other. A battle to the death. Overlord Acererak only has less wounds than the brother captain, but he can regenerate, whereas Spruce Arcturus there has a whopping 9 wounds. So it'll take some to chew through him, but can he bring Acererak down in his first attack? And roll some dice. How many attacks have we got?
We got 6.
6 attacks.
Looking for 2s.
So strength 5, toughness 5, force to wound.
So we got 4.
4 through. And it's AP
3.
AP 3. Okay, so we are going to need it's 3 up save, so we're going to need 6s to save. And none of them save, so he does have his Warlord trait is Enduring Will, so he minuses 1 damage from each attack. So
that'll be 4 damage then.
4 damage. Okay, he's got 5 wounds, so he's still in the fight with 1 wound left. Okay, we are back in battle round 3. Start of the Necrons' turn, and at the end of the movement phase. Had a little bit of a break. Chris had to run off and do adulting stuff. So we're continuing this battle report the next day. So yeah, we're straight back into it. At the end of the movement phase, Scorpec Destroyer here has moved around the ruins, looking to eye up a charge on the aggressor. Technomancer Inaris here has flown up and over on his Canoptek cloak to rejoin with the Necron warriors who have also moved over. So both these units looking to take out these intercessors that are holding Objective 1. Acererak has fallen back out of combat. He's, thanks to his nanoscarab casket, he's regained 2 wounds through living metal. And he's called the Undying for a reason. He's not going to hang around and let Brother Captain Arcturus swing first. He's going to outlast him. So he's fallen back for now, ready to charge again. Maybe once the scarabs have stripped off a couple more wounds. So we're going to go into some shooting. So we're going to open up the shooting with the Necron warriors onto the ATV. I can't believe I didn't kill this last turn. I only had 1 wound left, and it wouldn't have taken much to just knock that last one off. Could have saved my Scorpec Destroyers then, but you live and learn. The Gauss Reapers are only 12-inch range, so only the first 3 are in range of the ATV. I'm hoping that'll be enough shots just to get that one last wound off, and then the remaining warrior in the back there is going to shoot at the intercessors. And then where we go from there will depend on if the ATV dies or not. So we've got 6 shots, and they will be hitting on 2s because of my will be done. And then there's the full suite of hits, and they're strength 5 versus toughness 5, right?
4.
On the ATV?
Oh, ATV, yes, toughness 5.
Yeah, strength 5, toughness 5, so winning on 4s. And that's pretty good. We've got 4 wounds through there. So that is AP minus 2. So you need 4.
4 5 up saves.
4 5 up. So
it's not impossible, but ooh, not happening.
oh. So okay, step 1 of the plan. It's going well. So ATV is dead. Does it explode?
Yes, it does. On a D6.
That's how it goes. No, it does not explode.
It explodes, but nobody gets hurt.
Yeah. So the ATV is ATV has made a heroic effort, despite most of its chassis being a wreck. It's still able to pull itself forward and deal out some damage to the Scorpec Destroyers before it finally goes down. So the remaining warrior here is just going to shoot into the intercessors, hitting on 2s again. That's 2 hits, only just. Strength 5, toughness 4, so wounding on 3s. That's a 3 and a 6. So 2 wounds at AP minus 2.
Alright.
So no more 5 ups.
There's 1.
1. And 1 fails, so 1 takes a wound. So yeah, the aim is to clear those intercessors off Objective 1 so we can take it, and then for the next few rounds we'll hold more objectives, just cutting down the amount of troops that Chris can put on the field to hold these objectives. So he's got the Voltaic Staff. It's Assault 4, and it hits on 3s. And that's 4 hits, and because it has exploding 6s, that generates an extra 2 hits instead of 1. So 6 hits out of 4. That's strength 6, toughness 4, so wounding on 3s. And that's not bad either. It's got drop 2 dice there, so we've got 4 saves at -2. It is 2 damage each.
Ooh. I gotta make some saves here. Keep some fellas alive.
1. Okay, so
So we lose this guy.
the Voltaic Staff lashes out.
And then this guy. And then this guy.
So a blast of Eldritch Fire and 3 Marines are removed from the battlefield. Sad noises. So this leaves us with a couple more to get rid of, but hopefully with a decent charge, the Necron Warriors and the Cryptek can do it. Meanwhile, that is the rest of the shooting, so we get onto the much more exciting charge phase. Okay, so the Scorpec Destroyer is charging into the aggressor. 6-inch charge, so with Novok, that'll be needing a 5. And we get a 4.
It's almost a thing now.
Yeah.
These guys fail their charges.
They've not been pulling their weight for the past couple of battle reports. I do have a command point to re-roll that. I think I'm going to have to do it. It sucks, but if he stays there, he's dead, and removing that aggressor will be really helpful for me. So re-rolling again, and that's a 6. That he is in.
I saw the 1.
God.
I
Yeah,
didn't see the 5 behind the wall.
that would be just my luck. The Necron Warriors over here need a 6-inch charge, so that is 5 with the Novok Dynastic Code, and they get a 5 exactly, in by the skin of their teeth, but just about in. The Cryptek, I haven't measured this one up actually, but it looks like probably a 5-inch charge. We'll see what the dice comes up with. Oh yeah, that's an 8. That'll do it. And then finally, the Scarabs are just going to pile down into Brother Captain Arcturus there, and they get a 7, so that's plenty. Scorpec Destroyer squares up to the aggressor with his Hyperphase Reapblade. He has 3 attacks, and he'll do 3 damage each. So as long as one of these gets through, we can take down that aggressor. So hitting on 3s, re-rolling 1s because of Hardwired Hatred. There's 1. That's still a 2. So 2 hits. He is Strength 8 with the Hungry Void Protocol active. It's Toughness 5 though, so still wounding on 3s. That's only 1 wound. The Reapblade is -4 native, but it's -5 because of Novok on the charge. So the last aggressor falls as the blade cleaves his helmet into. The Lieutenant may exact vengeance, but the Scorpec's work here is done. After the Pine and Technomancer Onaris has skirted around the back on this Canoptech cloak, he only has the 1 solitary attack, but the Voltaic Staff doing 2 damage. Hopefully we'll make this count. He hits on 3s. And it's a miss. Well done, Onaris. Good show. So it's left to the Warriors to pull down a few more Marines. They have 1 attack each, and because we've got no more command points left, we can't bump that up. But they're now strength 5, thanks to the protocol of the Hungry Void. And they'll be doing AP-1 attacks, or AP-2 if we roll any 6s to wound. So they'll be hitting on 2s. Everything hits. And they'll be wounding on 3s because of the strength 5. Oh, 2 1s again. So, but we've got 2 through at AP-1, so 2 4-up saves.
Okay, let's see what we can do here. The Terran Forge are some fairly defiant folks. Well, that one's definitely cocked. 1 fail. And let's see if I can roll it not. Oh, that's a fail too.
2 fails, so 2 attacks go through, 1 damage each, so 1 of them falls. We do have 1 left. as with the other squad, the last man standing defiantly against the metal horde. So the Scourge swarm all over Captain Spruce Arcturus, working their way into the joints of his power armor, nibbling away at the corners of his shield, trying to weaken its integrity. Ideally, we want to bring him down to 5 wounds here, so that when Asarak charges in again, he'll be back on a level playing field. Starts off at 9 though, so we've got some to work through. So we've got 4 attacks each. So yeah, 16 dice hitting on 4s. So 6s to hit auto wound, and then we've got 5 regular ones that we'll need to roll for. They're strength 4 on the charge with Hungry Void, and he is toughness 4, correct?
Yes.
Yep, so wounding on 4s, and we only get 1 through for a total of 4. And that is a 6 to wound, so that'll deal an additional AP. So we've got 1 at -2, and these ones are auto wounds, so they are just at -1.
Alright, I'll roll the -1 ones first. So we got 3 of those.
Yep, 3 at -1.
Okay, so we're looking for 3 ups.
Yep.
Okay, those are
Bust
all
it.
good. And then
1 at -2.
so 4 up on this one.
4 up. Yeah, we'll call that 6.
Oh.
So, despite looking for a weak point, the captain stands tall and does not bend before the onslaught of metal inselects.
He's got his tidy whiteys on.
Yeah, he's got his business pants on today.
Because he was charged.
6 attacks.
He is
because of
hitting
shot
on
assault.
2s.
He sweeps his blade in wide arcs, cutting down the scarabs.
So we do miss 1. And he is hitting on a strength of 5. So what are we looking for to wound
Toughness
here?
3, so it'll be wounding on 3s. It's not quite double.
Well,
2 1s there.
there's 2 1s. We do get 3 through. And they're -3 AP, so...
Yeah, that'll go straight through the scarab's 6 up armor save. So
it's just 6 damage.
So 3 each. So that one will take 3 wounds, and then the next one will kill it. And this one will take 3 wounds, leaving it on 1 wound remaining. So yeah, only one of them brought down there. We're going to roll some reanimation, 5 ups. Nope, not enough to get a complete base back, so 1 stays dead.
Here, Lieutenant Nevo Morarnius is going to make a retribution swings here. And he gets all but 1 in on the hit. And then this is 5 on 5.
Yep.
So we're looking
Strength
for
5, toughness
some
5.
4 ups here. And we get...
Pretty good. Dropped
3
another one.
of them through.
And they are AP minus...
And these are AP -3.
-3.
Yeah.
And we're still in tactical, right?
Oh yeah, that's right. I was forgetting about the doctrines. We're in number 3, right?
So this is round 3, so does it change at the start of your turn or the start of the round? So 3 wounds go through, and because we're now in the 3rd round, we are in the Assault Doctrine. So it gets an extra -1, putting that down to -4. So all 3 wounds go straight through, and that is the score pick down. Leaving the Lieutenant as the sole custodian of objective number 2. Yeah, we're going to see if the last remaining Intercessor can hold out as his brother Sergeant did in the other squad. So because he got charged, he has
3 attacks,
3
2
attacks.
base, and +1.
Right on.
So he just plants his feet firmly and starts swinging his auto bolt rifle around like a madman, looking for a couple of...
Who are we attacking? Warriors
Oh, yeah,
or
the
Cryptic?
Warriors, yeah.
Okay.
Warriors. So 3 hits go through. This is just going to be strength 4.
Toughness 4.
Okay, so looking for 4 ups. And, well, 2 of them connect. We are somehow rending it with AP1 here, since we are into the...
So Doctrine, so 5 ups, so make 1, fail 1, so 1 is, has its skull smashed apart, and does he get back up again?
Oh,
It's
yeah.
a 5, so the skull, the 2 halves of the skull just bring themselves back together and seal themselves with a flash of red light, and the Necron fights on. And that is the end of the round. We've got morale for this guy, I believe.
Probably. Well, I mean, that's a pretty scary scenario.
Yeah,
But he's supposed to be transhuman.
Yeah, they say they know no fear, but perhaps they know some fear. So with a 5 on the dice, the last remaining Marine fails his morale test and flees as the Necrons consolidate their hold on the battlefield. And now we go into Imperial Fists, turn 3. So with just his 2 officers left on the field, Chris does what he can, and he's pushed his lieutenant up towards Objective 1. If he can't hold it, he at least wants to remove me off it. So looking to bring his Volkite pistol to bear and make a charge and hopefully cut down some of these vile metal xenos. Meanwhile over here, Brother Captain Arcturus is still bogged down by the Scarab, so he's looking to cut his way out this turn and then look to engage Overlord Acererak once again.
Into the Technomancer.
You can't shoot it. You can't shoot them because it's got 3.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Them, yeah.
I think I want it actually into the Warriors more.
Yeah. So Neo Volkite pistol into the Warriors.
Actually, I'm going to toss a frag grenade.
Ooh, grenade.
Yeah, I've never thrown a grenade in 40k before in my whole life. So.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, let's throw a grenade. So we'll get D6 explosion. All right,
5.
I'll take that. And then it's strength 4.
Hitting on 2s or 3s.
Oh yeah, we got to do the 2 hits right first. 2s. We'll reroll this one. Okay, so all but 1. And then this is 4 on 4.
Strength 4 is it? Or is it strength 3 for a frag grenade?
Well, I don't know. Let's see. I've never used it.
I thought there was strength 3, but you never know. Primaris always seem to get a better version of whatever.
These are Space Marines we're talking about.
So winning on 5s, that's strength 3.
There's 1.
Get 1 through. AP 0.
AP 0.
Yep. So 4 up. No. 1 warrior falls. Does he reanimate? He does.
The reanimation is finally coming through.
Yeah, took all game, but finally they're standing back up again.
This is all jacked up, and he's going to charge this crazy surfing robot, and he's furious. Oh, we see the 1 in there, but yeah. we managed to get a 5.
It's a 5, we need a 4, so he is in. Okay, so all 4 attacks going into the Cryptek.
I got 5, so I'm going to put
you got 5?
4 into this guy.
4 into the Cryptek.
In his, calculation of his next attacks, he's imagining just kind of a follow-throw cleave, so maybe he'll be able to sunder the Necron beside him.
Okay, so we reckon 4 attacks will do it for the Cryptek.
Yeah, let's give it a shot.
I think you're probably right, but
so looking for 2 ups. There's they're all through.
All good.
And then this is strength 5.
Toughness 4, so 3's to wound.
3's to wound. Ooh.
2 wounds.
That did it. And this at -4.
-4, yeah, he's only got a 4-up save, so 2 go through, and they are, what, 2 damage?
2 damage.
2 damage, so the Cryptek falls, but no command points to give him resurrection protocols, so he is out of there. So the final attack into the Warriors, and this is a 1, so definitely used up all his rage on bringing the Cryptek down that destroyed his brothers, and it's just left with the foot soldiers to deal with. So over on this side, they are stuck in combat, so the defenders go first. So the Scarabs will get to attack, and then Brother Captain Arcturus can fight back. Okay, Scarabs attacking first. 12 attacks, hitting on 4s. Reroll that one that went on the crate. So 1 auto wound got through, and then the remaining 3 will be wounding on 5s. Got 2 misses, but 1 6. So that will deal an additional AP because of the protocol of Hungry Void. So, gonna make some saves.
Alright, so first one I'm looking for a 4-up. On the special one?
No, you only need a 3-up, but yeah, you got that one.
And then I just need a 2-up on this one then?
Yep. It's 2-up. And makes it with a 2, so no damage caused, and now he fights back. Okay, 5 attacks hitting on 2s. All good. And he's strength.
This is strength 5.
Strength 5, so wounding on 3s. Dropped 1, but otherwise good. And that is AP, but minus a lot.
Minus 4.
Minus 4, and it's 3 damage each, was it?
2.
2 damage each. Okay. I'm sure it was 3 damage last time. Because this guy's on 1 wound.
No, it's just 2.
Oh, okay. Well, it doesn't make any difference. So he should be on 2 wounds, but then he gets removed. And how many more? We got 3. So 1, 2. Another one gets removed, and 1 is on 2 wounds left. So rolling reanimation for the destroyed bases. We need 4 5-ups, and we get it. We got 2 6s, 3 6s, and a 5 over there. So that is enough to get 1 base back. Start of battle round 4, Necron's turn. In the movement phase, Overlord Acerak healed back up to 5 wounds using his Nano Scarab casket, and has moved in for round 2 versus the enemy warlords. The warriors here have fallen back, determined to hold that objective for as long as possible. If they stuck around, the lieutenant would get to fight first and probably cut them down in short order. So we've backed up, we're holding the objective, and we're going to pray we survive the charge on his turn. So yeah, just a quick charge roll to make here. Pretty sure he's automatically in, but yeah, he gets a 5. Okay, nothing left to do but to go straight on to the fight phase. So Overlord Acerak has 4 attacks, and he hits on 2s with his Hyperphase Glaive. And he's dropped 1 already. It's not a great start. And he is strength 6, I believe. So he's wounding on 3s. All 3 wounds. And I just got to go double check the AP. So AP is minus 4 on the charge, but Brother Captain here has his Iron Halo, so 3 4-up invulnerable saves.
And he's going to turn on the button on the armour Indomitus and bump that up to his once per game 3-up invuln save.
Very nice.
We like to fuck around like that. Pardon the French. So I'm looking at 3 saves here.
Yeah, 3 saves with 3-up. That's odds are good, and he makes it. And now Acerak just has to survive the rebuttal. So, yeah, as Bruce Arcturus fights back, he's actually putting all these attacks into the Scarabs, trying to clear the way before he moves on with the duel.
Ooh, look at those 1s, Simon.
Yeah, that's like one of my rolls.
Do you want a command point any of those?
Got 1 command point. So, strength 6, so wounding on 3s. So 2 wounds.
So that's going to only...
It's going to remove 1 because this guy's on 3 wounds left, so that'll put him down to 1 and then finish him off. So just 2, so that will destroy a base. We'll roll some reanimation for him. Might get him back if we get lucky. Ooh, we got 3 so far. This one is cocked, so we're going to do a little reroll here. And it's a 1, of course, it is, so yeah, he stays dead. So now we get to fight back with the Scarabs. I have to consolidate this guy up here, because if he doesn't, he's going to lose coherency with the Scarab hiding behind the wall there.
Is he closer to me, though, after that move?
That's a good point. So the pilot happened with the other base of Scarabs coming around, because the one in front had to end up closer to the closest enemy model, which jumping off the crate would not do. So we're just about in range of the objective there, just about within 2-inch coherency. So it's just the lead base in front that can do the attacks. So 4 attacks hitting on 4s, and 6 will be an auto wound, and the remaining 1 will wound on 5s. That's a no, so just 1 2-up save. Makes it. Okay, so short movement and charge phase for the Space Marines. What's this guy's name?
Navo Moranius.
Navo Moranius. I'm not going to remember that. So he moved up, shot his Volkite pistol, which failed to wound the warriors, Brother Captain here let loose his bolt pistol into melee. Failed to no. He got the shots through. He wounded, but the Scarabs made their 6-up save, so they were able to dodge and swarm around the shell at the last minute. So we're into the fight phase now, and yeah, the Lieutenant is swinging away with his shock assault.
All hit.
All 5 hits, and he'll be wounding on 3s. That is only 2 through.
Well,
so it's going to be 2 dead warriors.
I'm going to have to use those 2 command points and re-roll these 2.
You can't. You can.
Oh
only
yeah,
use
just one.
One. Yeah. It's re-roll. So okay, we got 3. And that will go straight to their armor save. So 3 are going to fall unless it's on 5s, and they re-roll 1s because they are warriors.
Ooh,
so that's 2 reanimated already, and we get to re-roll that 1 into another reanimation. He hacks them down, but they stand straight back up again. So the warriors press forward. They do their piling move, so they're all in range to attack, and we spend 1 CP on blood rights to give them all an extra attack, putting them up from 4 attacks to 8 attacks, and they'll get -1 because of Novok, and they got charged. So hitting on 3s now, Nomar will be done. Well, that's a whole bunch of 1s.
That's the most ones I've ever seen. Well, there's a 2 there too.
5 1s and a 2. Only 1 hit. Oh god. Wait, no, there's a 3. There's 2 hits. And we'll be wounding on 4s. Strength 4, toughness 4. And that is 1 wound at AP -1. So, yeah.
Just a
4 up.
4-up save regardless.
He makes it.
He makes it.
He is fine. The battle continues. Can they keep getting up as quickly as the Lieutenant can cut them down? So the Battle of the Titans continues. Overlord Asarak swinging in with his 4 attacks, hitting on 2s, and he makes them all this time. And he's actually strength 7, we found out. So wounding on 3s, drops 1. So we've got 3 4-up invulnerables to make.
Alright, let's see what we can do. Who makes 1?
2 fail, so you've got a command point if you want to re-roll.
I think I will have to, just because I wanted to save them for defensive stuff.
It's a 4, so
it works out.
One goes through. So it is D3 damage. For 1, of course it is. So
let's try to make an insulting 6-up.
we've got a chunk out of the armor so far.
Oh no, he takes his first wound for battle.
Attacks into the Scarabs again?
Yeah.
Okay.
5 attacks. Looking for 2s, so we'll get 4 of them. And then looking for 3s. And
is he strength 5?
It's yeah. Well, he's strength 4, but it's +1 for the power sword.
Okay, yeah. That's...
So 3 of them connect.
3, so that is 2 damage each. No saves made, so 1 gets removed, 1 is down to 2 wounds, and roll reanimation for this lost base. No, not quite enough. Start of round 5, and it is the protocol of the Conquering Tyrant in effect for the Necrons. So we can take Directive 2, which lets us fall back and shoot at -1. So this is going to be useful for the warriors. The Gauss Reapers there, actually be able to shoot them if I fall back. To be hitting on 4s, but it's going to be better than nothing. Meanwhile, over here, Asarak is can stay locked up, and we're going to go for another round of combat. Necron warriors take a couple of paces back, level their Gauss Reapers, and unleash a firestorm of crimson fire. Hitting on 4s now because of the fallback rule, and that's looking reasonable. And this is strength 5, toughness 4, so wounding on 3s. And here's where my dice come into play again. Dropped 3, so we got 2 at -2, which will go on to the 4-up invulnerable save.
Alright. Let's see what we can do, Navo. Oh, saves 1.
Saves 1. So 1 damage chipped off. So Spirus Arcturus swung in, got 3 wounds through, but the invulnerable save saved Asarak from most of them, only taking 1. Only taking 2 damage, which he reduced to 1 thanks to his Enduring Will Warlord trait. So he gets to swing back with 4 attacks on 2s. All good, and 6s inflict a mortal wound in addition because of his artificer weapon. So, got 1 mortal wound so far, and then these will wound on 3s. So 3 wounds through, 3 4-up invulnerable saves. It's the battle of the invulnerable saves over here.
I get some kind of save against mortals.
Oh yeah, so you got a mortal wound in addition, which is a 4-up, feel no pain. Nope, so that's mortal wound through.
And then 4-up for these guys.
Yep, 4-up for these ones. Woof,
Oof.
2 more go through.
Yikes.
So that is 2d3, if you can pass me that red dice. 2d3 damage. Do you want me to reroll that?
Yeah.
We got a 3 on this one, and then that's 3 on that one. So that's 6 plus the mortal wound is 7. He's down to 1 wound left.
Well, I'm gonna make a bunch of feel no pains.
Oh, we got the 6-up feel no pain as well, of course. Many layers of defense for this paragon of the Imperial Fists. 6-ups, and we shrug 1. So 2 wounds left, but still.
2 wounds left.
1 more round to survive. So in the final turn for the Space Marines, the Brother Captain Spruce Arcturus falls back from his duel with Acerak. He's down, he's bleeding from multiple wounds, his armour rent. He chooses to stay and fight another day, rather than getting dragged into a knockdown, drag-out fight with this robot who heals his wounds. So meanwhile, Lieutenant Navo?
Yeah.
I remember that Lieutenant Navo has unleashed his Volkite pistol, popped a warrior, and is now moving in for another charge and another fight phase.
It's alright. And we are looking for 3s here. And
Pretty good.
get some.
And that is, no saves on that. So 3 warriors go down, and that wipes the squad. No reanimation. So this is the way the battlefield looks at the end of the battle. Only 2 units left on each side. So both sides decide to quit the field. This battle has been brutal in terms of body count for both sides. But the battle itself was a diversion, as while Space Marines grappled with undead robots, tiny scarabs swept into the communications array and were able to scrape the databanks to the geological records, and which might lead them to the vault. So it is a victory for the Necrons, 90 points to 30. Those couple of turns holding more objectives in the enemy's deployment zone were crucial to swing the points, and they have accomplished their objective of hacking the communications tower. It's kind of late here, so we're going to do the bookkeeping for our crusade at the start of the next video. Thank you very much for watching, guys, and we'll see you next time.
Until then.